Now let's go over how we use our phone log. To get into your phone logs, you're going to go into this folder here, double click, and we have these saved by month. So these are the phone logs from September and the phone logs from October. At the beginning of each day, you're going to open up a blank phone log, which is right here. Double click on that, and it's straightforward. You want to put the date that you are working on. So let's say it's 10/29/17, and this is incoming calls, outgoing calls, the time of the call, the name of who we called, their phone number, a very brief description, and if any follow-up calls were made. So let's just go over a few examples of what we put in the call log. So if an incoming call came in, we're going to put an X here, scroll over to the time of the call, say it came in at 9:22 a.m., and let's say the person that called was Gary Jones from phone number, and a very brief description may be the property address, and they stated that there was no hot water. So we'll go over the process of what we would actually do. We would have to go into AppFolio and create a work order for this and contact a contractor, but that's at a different tutorial. For now, just know that's a very brief description of what we're going to input here. Let's say we have an outgoing call to one of our contractors at 9:30, whose name is Ed Yoder, with a phone number of, and it's regarding work order 2939. And I'm just going to reference a work order here because in reality, I would have gone to AppFolio and created a work order for this no hot water, and that work order would have been emailed to the contractor, Ed. So I can reference this work order and know that, get more information in AppFolio. So that's an incoming call and that's an outgoing call. Let's just go over a few other scenarios. Let's say I have an outgoing call at 10:22 a.m. to the Detroit Housing Commission, to caseworker Joe Wash. Phone number. And it's regarding a HAP adjustment, ADJ for adjustment, for the property address 15657. Don't worry if you're not familiar with the HAP adjustment. We can go into that another time, but it's very brief, the description. So this is just meaning that I'm calling a caseworker for this property address, and if I want to get more notes and see what happened with this phone call, a more detailed note would be left in AppFolio, where I can get more information on this phone call. The next item I'm going to show you is if we're doing an outgoing call, let's say at 10:50 a.m. So let's say Will Clark, phone number 313. And let's say in this instant we left a voicemail and it was regarding rent. We're going to use this column here for follow-up calls we make later in the day. So we called them initially at 10:50 in the morning, and let's say we made another call at 1:00 p.m. and let's say again there was no answer. We wouldn't need to leave another voicemail, but I'm just referencing that I tried them again at 1 p.m. and let's say we tried them again at 2 p.m. and this time we actually got a hold of them, so we're going to update the call log and put that they stated they're paying rent of $400 on 11/1 at 2 p.m. The last example we're going to go over is, let's say someone called our office, an incoming call. Let's say this came in at 12 p.m. from Kate Brady, phone number, and it's regarding, she wants to see our property address 22433 today at 2 o'clock. So I would put showing 22433 at 2 p.m. If over the phone she told me she was with the Detroit Housing Commission, so I would reference that here. Or if she told me that she was a cash paying applicant and made $2,200 per month, I would reference that as well. And let's say she wanted to move ASAP, I would put that here. Again, just brief information that she told me. So then I'm going to take this information and then go schedule it in Google Calendar. Now let's say we're done for the day and we are going to save our call log for the day. I'm going to go to File, Save As, and then I am going to save it for the 20/10/29 for the date that the call log's for, and hit Save. And now I have a call log created for the 29th. We'll go into the folder and show you that. It's here. Now that you have saved your call log, the last thing you'll need to do is email it to me. And in that email, you would include your timesheet as well. That concludes the tutorial for the timesheet and your call log.